Live from the world famous Montello Theater, Kerry and Jen.
Hi, guys.
We're here to talk about movies. We got some fun stuff planned today. Look at all this. We're prepared. Jen's prepared, right?
Yep.
How's your week been?
Busy.
What have you been doing?
You know, I have to say, since I've been keto, I've just been going crazy. Like this morning, I woke up late. I will admit that. I woke up late, but I made Carrie a bunch of breakfast. I made him power balls for the week.
Power bowls.
What did I say?
Balls.
Oh, power ball. Power bowls. I made them for the week. I made Katie some because she's keto carnivore now. I cleaned the house. I was kind of gotten a lot of energy, so I did a lot today. We're at the movie theater. Lily's upstairs right now doing the theater for us. But it's just been a really crazy, busy week, getting a lot of stuff done, and I'm excited to be here today.
We have some fun things planned today, so we can talk about movies. We can talk about carnivore. We can talk about anything, but we're hoping more to talk about movies today. And we're trying to make it a theme every week. And this week's theme is comedy movies. So we want to hear, what are your favorite comedy movies? You want to answer that quick? Go ahead.
No, not really.
Go ahead.
She'll call back.
Emma's calling. Someone said one of my favorite topics is movies. Awesome. Love it. Powerballs sound kind of good too. It's funny because we had that, remember?
A Powerball?
My daughter Emma and I made Powerballs once, which was a big, huge meatball the size of a tennis ball with bacon wrapped around it. We called it Powerball. So it is a thing, actually. But yeah, Jen did a whole bunch of Power Bowls this morning. Made a ton of them. So let us know in the comments. Number one, what movie did you watch recently that you enjoyed? And number two, what is your favorite comedy of all time? Right now, we're playing
Beekeeper.
I want to say Bumblebee. We're playing the Beekeeper above us with Jason Statham. It's an action movie, and it went crazy yesterday. Wasn't that a shocker?
I mean, yeah, it was nice because I was here Friday with Katie
and it was slow.
Lily, and it was very slow. And then yesterday it was slow until about 1:45, like 15 minutes to showtime. And just all of a sudden, bam, we got hit really hard.
It was like they came in with a bus. That's what always happens. Mm-hmm. Like a bus dropped off 50 people at one time and they all came through the door at one time, which is crazy. You want to know one of my pet peeves of the movie theater? And I'm not complaining, but it's just kind of funny.
It's probably the same as mine.
I love the guests. I love everyone, but this is just a weird thing. I've seen this too when I used to have jobs working in fast food when I was a teenager. People will go up to the counter, but while they're waiting in line, they'll be like this.
Mm-hmm. Really mad at you.
Like, hurry. Mm-hmm. But then when they get up to the counter, they'll be like, soda. And then it's like, okay, what size? And then it'll be like, I don't know, medium. And it'll be like, okay, what type of soda would you like? It always happens. It's so funny. I don't know. It's just a weird thing. It happens over and over and over again, almost like you need a sign up, because it's always the ones too that they're like standing there impatiently, like, oh, it's natural. I get it. When I'm standing in a line, when you're standing in a line, no matter what, you're probably like, oh, it's a line. This sucks.
Yes, but at least I know what I want when I go up
there.
Yeah.
So there's a little pro tip. If you're ever waiting in line, think about what you want before you get to the front, because the reason there is a line is because the people in front of you are probably taking a little bit too long because they weren't thinking about what they want. That's kind of funny though.
I'm reading the comments on the side. I see Christmas Vacation. Yeah, I actually played that for Christmas time. We had a free movie here for everybody. So that was a good one.
Hey, my buddy Matt's in the chat. Shout out Matt. Matt runs the world famous theater in Watertown, and he's going to be on with Jen and me next week. And Matt is a movie buff, to say the least. He's worked at all sorts of different movie theaters and runs an awesome movie theater out there in Watertown. I shouted out last week. Let me see here real quick. I'm going to pull this up real quick. The Town Cinema. See what Matt's playing. Matt, they have $4 tickets. It's a cool historic theater, and Matt's just an awesome guy. So he's going to be on next week with Jen and me.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, we're going to pick his brains about movies. I love talking about movies with him. Here we go. His recent movie was Beekeeper. That's what we're playing upstairs. And his favorite comedy, The Big Lebowski. That's awesome.
That was pretty
Coen Brothers, right? Right?
Jeez.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just gotta look it up again.
I got to double check. I love the Coen Brothers. The Big Lebowski. Yeah. Coen Brothers. Written and directed by the Coen Brothers. Who also wrote and directed Fargo, which is a movie I love as well. What was that other one? That one that was on Netflix too, I really liked. Matt, did you see the Coen Brothers deal on Netflix? This is for a couple of years old now. The Ballad of Buster Scruggs. It was like an anthology where there's a bunch of different mini episodes in it. There's a couple really good ones in there I really enjoyed. Anyhow, yeah, let us know on the side what you guys are enjoying. One quick announcement, Jen. This has been Jen's project. Why don't you talk about it, Jen?
What are we talking about?
Well, the JT thing and then the other thing.
Yes,
Kung Fu Panda.
Yes, I've been kind of working on it. JT, big shout out to him and his family. They're amazing. Poco Moonshine family. So he generously is donating, was it 50 tickets to kids for the Kung Fu Panda movie? T-shirts, coloring books, crayons, cards, I think. Thank you cards.
And he's going to be dressed up he bought a Kung Fu Panda costume.
He told me.
You want to
He
hand me
didn't
that
want
one?
me to tell you.
Here's my costume.
I'm not Luigi.
We got to get you a Luigi. Here,
No,
you want to wear it?
No, I'm good. It's
But-
probably a lot of sweat and stuff in here, so yeah, no thank you.
Yeah, so JT's coming with the Kung Fu Panda, which is awesome.
He's so cool.
It was his idea. He's such a good guy. It's awesome. 50 kids you're going to get in for free. And then we're donating either a small popcorn or beef stick. I'm going to push the beef sticks for sure on the carnivore.
I don't know about kids, but
So that's going to be a lot of fun. But then we have another big thing that Jen's been working on. Tell them about it. Let's go.
So we love the movie theater. We love having people here. We love, veterans, seniors, first responders, everybody. So for right now, we are doing free for veterans. So if you're a veteran and you come into the theater and you say
That's starting now, though. Starting March
9th.
March 9th.
Yes. So starting March 9th, like I said, JT has donated 50 free tickets to kids. And so starting March 9th for us, the Montello Theater right away is donating, 100 free tickets?
You and I are donating $500 of our own money.
Yes, we're personally putting into, and it's a fund. So we have a Patreon going, and we also have PayPal, right? So that if anybody wants to help donate and pay it forward, we're going to have a button for that, something at the theater as well. So it's coming out of our own money to start with, that we want to have vets come to the movies, see it for free.
Forever.
Yes.
Not just for one movie.
Until we own the place, which hopefully will be forever.
Oh, it's going to be forever. So if you're a veteran starting March 9th, from March 9th forward, Matt Sampin, you're going to think we're crazy, but this is what we're doing. If you're a veteran from March 9th forward, you get free admission to the movie theater. And like I said before, we aren't just opening the door and they get to go in there for free. No, every veteran that comes in is accounted for, and the studio still gets paid.
We're still going to pay it, but yeah.
And so Jen and I are putting $500 of our own money into this fund. So that'll be 100 tickets to get it started. And then it's forever. So if we run through that whole $500 and we run out of funds for it, we're going to pay for that out of our own pocket. We're also doing a thing. We're going to have a box on the counter. And if people want to pay it forward for a veteran, we're not going to be pushy. We're not going to be begging people for money. But if people want to pay it forward, we were inspired when we did Sound of Freedom. We didn't ask a single person to pay it forward for Sound of Freedom. One person did it. Other people saw it and they're like, I want to pay it forward too. And people started putting like $5 down. Like, I want to pay for the next person. I want to pay for the next person. So that's kind of the whole idea there. And then in addition, we have it on the website now too. So we get a lot of people. I've had people ask me this before, like, oh, I'm in California, I want to support the theater. How can I do it? Well, if you're in California, we're not begging for money. We're doing it ourselves. We're putting our own money in it. But if anybody wants to donate or pay it forward, there's a link in the description below. It's montellotheater.com. There's a little pay it forward section. You can press the donate button, and every penny, if you decide to donate, you can donate $5. That'll pay it forward for one veteran. You can donate $21 and that'll pay it forward for 4 veterans. We're doing veterans to start. And then a little bit later, we're going to try to do the same thing for seniors. We were going to do both at first, but it's going to be expensive.
We're gonna see how.
And we want to see how it goes,
Mhm.
and we want to see if we can maybe get some press and like talk to the news and say, look, we're doing something kind of cool here. And maybe if they do that for the veterans, and then if we do a month later, if we roll it out for seniors, we can get more press and more news and get some momentum going, because it's going to be very expensive for us to do this. So we're hoping to get the word out there, and then maybe more people will want to come to the theater because it's kind of a cool thing. I would want to support a business that's hooking up veterans for free and seniors for free. So it seems like it's going to be a good thing to do. It's going to be a fun thing to do. So we're looking forward to that.
It's just something to pay it forward. You know, we love this theater, and we've never taken a penny out of it. So, I mean, everything goes right back into the theater. So we want to help the community and help people around us.
Yes. And we love veterans, and we love what they're doing. And I never served. So this is a way we can kind of give back. We had Veterans Day. I think we did Memorial's Day. We've done several free days for vets, and it was awesome.
Well, vets, teachers, graduates from last year, kids movies. Yeah, I mean, we've done a bunch of stuff.
Here we go. We got Rick, comedy moving violations, and the Ernest Goes to movies. Remember the Ernest movies?
Really?
Ernest Goes to Camp. Ernest Goes to Jail. It's been a long time. Those were fun.
Sounds familiar, but
Goonies. Hey, so this is going to be fun today, guys. Just leave us any comments, but we have some trivia, and then we have some of our favorite comedy movies. So we want to talk about all those things, and anything you guys want to talk about. If you want to chat about Carnivore too, you can throw that in the sidebar, but mostly talking about movies today.
Beavis and Butthead. Yeah.
Trains, Planes, and Automobiles.
Yes.
Watched it every year.
Mm-hmm.
Who doesn't, right? Speaking of, who's in Trains, Planes, and Automobiles, Jen?
John Candy.
John Candy and Steve Martin.
Mm-hmm.
What are some of your favorite John Candy movies?
Oh my gosh, we were just talking about this a minute ago. See, when you're on the spot, you kind of forget things. It goes away from you. We were just talking about this. One of my all-time favorite movies was Caddyshack. I absolutely love that.
Uncle Buck.
Oh yeah.
The Great Outdoors.
Oh, that was it. See, I knew it. I said it on one of the other lives before. I ran the VHS tape out because I watched The Great Outdoors so much on VHS.
Starring
John Candy.
And
Starts with the A.
Dan Aykroyd.
Yeah, Aykroyd. That was it. Yeah, couldn't think of his name. Talking about them, we're playing Ghostbusters pretty soon, so we'll be able to see him.
Yeah, Ghostbusters is coming soon, and another fun thing that Jen has in the works is a close friend of ours, a friend of a friend, has the replica of the vehicle from Ghostbusters. So we may have that outside when we play the Ghostbusters movie here.
We're gonna try, but I think that'd be kind of cool to have here. We always try to do neat things here. Like when we first opened, Kerry was able to get the time machine, the DeLorean.
Yes.
So I mean,
Back to the Future
to get things here that are fun.
Yeah, here.
And like with JT's coming with the Kung Fu Panda suit on, so I think that's gonna be neat. I mean, we try stuff to do things here rather than just movies. We're having a bunch of parties pretty soon too. We have birthday parties here.
Yeah, keep talking.
Something.
Trying to find that.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, we do a lot of things for the theater. Like I said, we're trying to do more parties here where they can have birthday parties. They can have like conventions or something. We had like a church group come and watch something. We had some elderly come. It's just a lot of fun for everybody to come here. It's not just for watching movies. They bring PlayStations and Xboxes and the something different to do. What are you looking for? I'm
trying to find when we had the time machine car here. There was some cool footage of that.
The first one you just watched had it on there.
No, it was just on the thumbnail. Oh well.
So what is one of your favorite comedy movies, Kerry?
Oh.
See, when you're on the spot, it's hard.
Oh, recently or of all time?
Of all time.
It's so many that I've rewatched, but I love Christmas Vacation. We played that one. True. Played that one here.
We did that one for free too. Yeah, we did that for free this year for a Christmas movie.
Yeah. Chevy Chase. I like all the John Candy movies, man. He was so funny. Chris Farley movies.
The Great Outdoors.
You know, John Candy was in Home Alone too.
I reread that. I'm like, he was. I forgot.
Spaceballs.
Like, literally a second he was in it.
Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Uncle Buck.
That was a good one.
Stripes.
I don't know what that is.
He was in Cool Runnings in 1993. Ooh, Summer Rental. Remember that one?
Is that where he like fried himself outside?
He was an air traffic controller who takes his family on vacation, leading to a series of comedic misadventures.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, he died way too young.
Yeah.
Escanaba in the Moonlight was funny. I never seen that. That was with Jeff Daniels, and it's kind of funny because Escanaba, remember Escanaba?
Yeah.
Escanaba's in northern Michigan, just outside of Wisconsin. And when Jen and I turned 18, we come from I come from a family of degenerate gamblers. And I wanted to go to the casino when I turned 18. And in Wisconsin, they changed the age to 21, like just right before I turned 18. But there was a casino in Escanaba, Michigan called Chips Inn. And it was like a 6-hour drive or something. And so Jen and I drove all the way up there. It was really cool too, because they had such cheap games. Like you could, it was like $1 blackjack or something crazy like that, like 25-cent roulette. So you could sit down at the roulette table with $10 and just play little quarters.
Yeah. I mean, we were still in high school when we went there. I remember driving with his dad a lot too. He would drive up there and take us. It was a lot of fun.
Help me.
And actually Lily, she just turned 18. Well, she'll be 19 next month. My God. But she turned 18 last month, and there was a Seven Dust concert that I went to out in Michigan, actually there at Chips Inn. And I took Emma and Lily with me, and Emma wasn't supposed to be on the floor, but I gave Lily $40 because she was 18, and she did not have any
That's good.
Playing the slot machines, but she did win. But she got to keep it all. But she's like, nope, I'm not playing anymore. I'm like, how about you just put another 20 in? No, she was smart. She doesn't. She does not have that gene.
Janet saw The Chosen 1 through 3 and really liked it. That's awesome. We tried to get The Chosen here and we couldn't.
Right.
I don't know if it's because we're just a smaller theater or something.
Or too small a theater, yeah.
There we go. Dumb and Dumber and Step Brothers. I love them both. Absolutely. There was a gentleman yesterday that had the Step Brothers avatar on his thing, left me a super chat. You want to get, if you really want to crack up, maybe you've seen this already, but if you go on YouTube and look up Step Brothers outtakes, it's almost more funny than the movie. It's just hilarious. The number of takes they took, they were just like riffing and improvising and joking around. And yeah, some of that was more fun than the movie itself. Barry Simon saw The Beekeeper, fun and way over the top Jason Statham movie. That is a great way to describe it. Way over the top. There's parts of it like, oh, come on, this is ridiculous. But hey, it's a movie.
Well, there's definitely going to be a part 2, which I look forward to.
That movie is playing above our heads right now in the world famous Montello Theater. We had a big turnout yesterday and a decent turnout today too, considering Super Bowl's going on today. My Big Fat Greek Wedding and Bridesmaids. There's some good ones. Did you watch Big Fat Greek Wedding? We played it here.
Nope, I didn't.
We missed it. We wanted to watch it too. I love the first one. We recently rewatched the first one. I was like, man, that was a good movie. And I'm pretty sure that movie is produced by Tom Hanks' company. That also produced That Thing You Do and a couple other movies. And was that Man Called Otto too? I don't know if his company produced it. Yeah.
I don't know, his son and his daughter, his
little,
wife were in it.
Little trivia for you. Tom Hanks movie company. The movie A Man Called Otto, Tom Hanks' son was in that movie. We're veering off because that wasn't a comedy.
No.
Tom Hanks' son was in that movie, and his wife, Rita Wilson, composed the music for A Man Called Otto. So that was a family affair for sure. And that was one of our busiest movies we had all year. Christmas Vacation, yeah.
Yeah, click on the
Blazing Saddles.
The next one, the Matt Sampson. Right.
Why don't they look at the menu ahead of time? I don't know.
Click on it.
Matt, do you get that too at your theater?
Oh, it drives me nuts. They get so mad at us because
they're not that mad, but I think it's just the stress because you get a huge line of people like. But I see it too. Like I remember when I used to work at McDonald's as a teenager, people would do that too. They would just stand there like, oh, and then they'd get up there and then they'd look like you could have just looked back there. Hey, good morning. Nice and rainy here today in Bundy, QLD.
Good morning, huh?
I just watched The Age of Adeline this week. Love it. There you go.
Yes, yeah.
We have to rewatch that one.
Well, I'm sure you want to.
Well, you too. It's got your guy in it. That's with Harrison Ford and what's her name?
I just forgot it.
Blake Lively,
Yeah.
Ryan
That's
Reynolds'
your
wife.
Girl, you can't remember it?
That's a good movie. And I think of Maggie when I watch it. Just everyone around her is aging. Ghostbusters. There we go. Hey, Janet H. My first job at 16 was at one of the Marcus movie theaters. I would go home smelling like popcorn, and no matter how often I washed my uniform, it still smelled like popcorn.
Yeah, I bet that.
We know how that goes. Jen and I go to Marcus once a week, probably, right?
We haven't lately.
Yeah, it's been a while, but that's oftentimes that's where we will preview movies. Is the Marcus?
I think the Beekeeper one's the last one we actually saw.
And every time we go there, it's ridiculous. It's like, oh my goodness. I think we saw Beekeeper, and it was in the big screen or something, so it was like $30 for 2 tickets. And you come here and it's $10.
Well, that's the thing I was kind of laughing at is what did they order? They ordered 2 medium sodas, 2 popcorns, and it was like $12 or something. And if you would go to a movie theater, the cost of just the ticket was $12. So I'm like laughing to myself how cheap we are, but we're raising the prices.
No, we're giving away free tickets instead of raising the prices.
Right.
That was one of the other reasons we're doing the free veterans, because it's a good thing to do. It's newsworthy too. Like I'm hoping that we'll get some news stations that want to cover it, because the headline could be when all other theaters, except for Matt's, when most other theaters are raising their prices, a small town theater in Montello is not only keeping low prices, but they're just giving away tickets for free for a lifetime if you're a veteran. So hopefully that'll make some get on the news a little bit and make Montello Theater a little bit more world famous. Jen's looking a lot more fit.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm from Ipswich, UK. Big fan of all that you're doing. Oh, thank you, Carnivore Nation. Jen, with the compliments, you look beautiful. Your secret admirer.
Yeah, don't flatter yourself. I think I know who it is.
Who is it? It's just the letter K.
Yeah, who do I have that's friends that name is K?
I don't know.
Kristen.
Ah.
I think it's you. Am I right, Kay?
Janet H., my dream job is to own a movie theater. Careful what you wish for. No, I'm just joking. It is a dream come true, but it's a lot of work. And it's a passion project. You don't start a movie theater to make any money.
Right. And it's not like, oh, I gotta go to work today.
No, I look forward to it.
Sometimes, honestly, I do it because I'm here every day. It's only Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but still, it's a lot of work. Like last night, I was here late after he was done with his live stream. I was upstairs mopping the floors. So, I mean, it's when you're by yourself, it's more work.
I look forward to it every week, except when summer comes. It is too much in summertime, because in summertime, we're going to be open every day except for Monday.
I think Monday and Tuesday,
Maybe. I don't know. We were pretty busy on Tuesdays, though.
I don't know.
It is fun in summer, though. It's so beautiful out. We got the waterfalls across the street. I can't wait for it to warm up. Janet, if you ever want to test the waters running a movie theater, you're more than welcome. We'll hook you up with a Montello Theater shirt, and you can come in and run things. Nancy Chandler, 75 degrees here in SoCal this afternoon and sunny. I'm jealous.
I think it's 40, 35 maybe.
Bill Knott is in the building. Kerry and Jen, the 2 best people on the YouTube.
No, you too, buddy. You got to talk about yourself.
Yeah. You know what? I'm not going to go on a Bill Knott rant, but what was I saying to you yesterday in the car about Bill?
I don't know a lot.
I was saying, what are the odds that Bill,
that's right,
you wanted to just start YouTube and get the word out there? What are the odds? This isn't flattery again. This is just giving credit where due. Right. If 100 people were out there randomly and they're like, I want to start YouTube and share my journey, probably 99 of them would have failed. But Bill is absolutely a natural in killing it. Like absolutely. Back to Bill's favorite word, providence. Just providence. Having never done YouTube before, Bill picks up a camera and everybody, myself included, loves him.
I was just saying how sweet you are. The girls and I were actually just talking about you yesterday. Katie, actually, she was like, when you go out, when Dad goes out there to see Bill again, I'm going. Like she totally put her foot down. Like I'm going. I'm like, I think we're all going, but.
Yeah, we're gonna have to caravan up there. How long of a drive is it again? I remember I looked at this before and it really stressed me out.
Not me. I can't wait. I love Alaska. I was only there once, but I love it there. And Bill and
Yeah,
Daisy, I can't.
You
wait to
weren't
meet
there,
you.
Jen.
And your brothers. I mean, your brothers are absolutely amazing. I can't wait to meet them.
I'm just Googling real quick how long of a car drive it would be if the family drove instead of flew. Oh boy. Would you look at that?
Wow.
56 hours. Yeah, I'm going to be flying again. Wow. Yeah, Canada's
That
big.
would be really beautiful, but
That goes through North Dakota. That would take us right through Minnesota, North Dakota, Saskatchewan, Alberta. We'd go right past Maggie's house.
wow.
See, Jeff lives over here.
Oh, geez.
So we filmed him there. Maggie lives over here. And then Bill is up here, almost an entire width of the United States away from us. That's crazy. Shout out Bill and Daisy. Oh, there it is. Yeah, the Ballad of Buster Scriggs or something like that. I think it was called. Talking back. Jen's getting all the compliments.
Aw.
Your hair is really cute like that.
Oh, thank you. It's finally grown out.
Monty Python can't be beat. Life of Brian is the best ever. Donna Peters, Bill, I have 11 cats and they're all as sweet as Daisy.
Aw. My mom had about 9 cats at one time, I think.
Bill, the video the other day was hilarious with Daisy's friend that came up to the window.
Oh my God, I loved it.
And Daisy was like, get out of here. Go. I don't know. I couldn't tell. Like Daisy was interested, but then like, no, you get out of here kind of thing. It was pretty funny. You have my brother Daniel beat. He has 7. Wow. Oh, thank you so much, Brett.
Thank you.
Who's your carnivore? I donated 4 tickets. That's awesome.
Thank you really so much. The vets are going to love that.
Mike, yes. Hey, you're welcome anytime. I'd love to give you a tour of the place. You can come over to the homestead too and meet the goats and chickens. But yeah, that'd be awesome. Anytime. You're definitely coming, Mike, when we do the documentary premiere. But anytime before then, you're welcome as well. Carney Barbie, you are such great people. Oh, thank you. Carnivore Stand, heading to a Super Bowl party. Have fun. I would be watching it if the Packers were playing. I'm going to catch it later on the YouTubes. Here we go.
Gosh.
Ohio Pigeon. Does anyone know of a good nonstick pan to cook eggs that doesn't have chemical coating?
I don't know about a chemical coating, but I absolutely love the pots and pans that we have. There's the one set that he likes, but it burns the eggs on the bottom. And then there's the other one that's like kind of, I'm sure it does have coating on it, but I know what it is.
Sandra has these pans too. She mentioned them. They're called Imarku, IMRAKU. And we have these pans, and the best thing for me, the best advice for me is cook your eggs in a cast iron skillet with some beef tallow, and more beef tallow than you think. The eggs should be swimming. That's the best way to do it. Shout out Charger Mopar Rick. He said that the other day too, and I upped my tallow a little bit. You're right. They should be swimming in there. That's the best way. If you don't want to do the cast iron, the Imarku pans, I have some of those. They look like regular frying pans, but they're like a hybrid between cast iron, and they don't have those crazy chemical coatings on them. Sandra, One Hope for All, was talking about them the other day in the chat too, and I was like, I have those same pans at home. That's what we use. So maybe try those out.
That's what I'm talking about.
Brett, can't wait to visit the theater this summer. Yes, absolutely. And maybe before Brett, I gotta just pick a date. We filmed Dr. Barry. We hit some big milestones, and I'm ready to do a meetup at the theater. I just got to pick a date and figure it out. That's a long trip for people, so I totally understand if people can't make it. Plus, people got to think too, do I come to the meetup or do I wait until we have the documentary premiere at the theater? You're welcome to come for both, but some people are traveling from kind of far. Uncle Buck.
Yep, there's another Uncle Buck.
Bad Santa was so offensive, but also funny. Yeah, isn't that crazy? Some of the more funny movies are pretty offensive. Throw Mama from the Train, Uncle Buck, any of the Vacation franchise, any of the airplane franchise. Yep. Vegas Vacation, Christmas Vacation, European Vacation. The Great Outdoors, was that the name of it? Yeah, you got that on the paper, right? That was the name of it, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. That was a great, great, great film.
Caddyshack.
That was unbelievable. That was a funny.
Pink Panther, Spaceballs.
Yeah, we just read that Spaceballs in here.
Who's Harry Crumb? Oh wow, I forgot about that one. Love your Sunday live stream. You guys are so great together. Oh, thanks. We appreciate it. Yeah, I guess we're gonna do this as a regular. This is kind of fun. We want to do more though. Leave comments down below. Like Jen was just saying, we should do a little tour. I could actually take my phone and show you guys our history exhibit and things like that. I can't talk very loud because I don't want to. We're playing a movie above us, so I don't want to disturb people. But maybe we'll do that next week. Well, next week we're going to be talking to Matt, so that's going to be fun too.
What about Ferris Bueller's Day Off?
Oh yeah.
That was a funny one. Trying to read some of these. I hate that movie.
Groundhog Day. Anyone? What are your thoughts on Groundhog Day?
Sorry, I don't like it.
Phil?
I don't like it.
I like that movie a lot.
Elf.
Elf, yeah, we played Elf so many times.
The Hangover.
The Hangover. What is this? Jen's got a list of the top comedies.
Well, I'm kind of like reading questions.
Superbad. That was
here.
another one that was pretty inappropriate but hilarious. Did you just hear that?
I heard that, but I'm trying to ignore it. Wayne's World. Adam. Don't look over there. I don't want to know.
We just heard something over there.
What did we talk about last week? Is this place haunted?
That's probably a mouse. The building goes back to 1859.
When
That's
you guys
Frank
see
Dodge.
something walking that way,
Yeah,
please
tell us when you
let
see.
us know, okay?
If it's JT
Or
in
a
a kung
black
fu
cat
suit.
or something, because somebody said there was a cat walking back there.
Debbie Clark said Uncle Buck is my favorite John Candy movie.
Oh, Miss Doubtfire. How about that one?
Mrs. Doubtfire, yeah.
Robin Williams.
Oh. Man, all the great comedians. We lost them all young. Robin Williams, John Candy, Chris Farley.
Yeah.
Why is that? Oh, they were like the best too. They were like the three greatest.
Do we say baseball?
Yeah, my kids watched Spaceballs all summer long.
Oh my gosh, I just said Spaceballs.
I had to act like I didn't get it. E.T., Doc Hollywood. I remember seeing Doc Hollywood in the theater. That was with Michael J. Fox.
Dumb and Dumber. Ghostbusters. Anchorman. Airplane.
There we go. Another Groundhog Day. 51st Dates.
Oh, upstairs. Can you guys hear that at all? It's
Yeah, are you guys able to hear that?
Really loud.
It's shaking. We got a big action movie going on right now. Wild Hogs. Remember Wild Hogs?
It was Tim Allen.
Yes, it was with Tim Allen and John Travolta and Martin Short, I think. Yeah, that was a funny movie. What happened to some of these movies? Like sometimes there's certain movies they keep playing over and over again on TV, but then there's certain movies that people will mention like Wild Hogs, and it's like I remember seeing it years ago. I don't remember ever seeing it playing again. If that popped on TV, I'd watch it, or if it was on Netflix. It's weird. There's certain movies you don't ever see on Netflix or these streaming services that come on again. Janet H says, does anyone like musicals? I actually liked Wonka and The Color Purple. I was skeptical, but was pleasantly surprised.
I didn't see either of those. We played Wonka too, and I didn't even see that one.
But it seemed to do well. People were clapping afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
We got a big standing ovation. Well, not standing, but people were clapping after Wonka. But we missed that one. Great Outdoors. Ace Ventura. Oh, here we go. Carnivore Crystal.
Galaxy Quest.
Tell them about Galaxy Quest.
Isn't that my dad's show?
That's your dad's favorite movie.
God, you cannot watch a movie with my dad. He knows every word to almost every movie. You'll just be watching it. He'll be like, yeah, but and then he starts saying their lines. I'm like, shut up, I've never seen this before. It's crazy. Galaxy Quest is his absolute favorite. He thinks it's the funniest movie. He'll just start talking quotes or words or something from them.
We played that here once for like someone had a party and they played it. Because I remember telling your dad about it. I was like, we had Galaxy Quest at the theater. And he's like, oh. Your dad recites every word for Galaxy Quest. And then every Christmas we play A Christmas Story. And he recites you'll shoot your eye out. Fragile. He recites the whole thing.
Yep.
Martin Short's movies are hilarious. Yeah, what are some Martin Short movies? Captain Ron? Is that Martin Short in there?
Yeah.
That was a great one.
Wow, I'm trying to think because he was good.
Yeah, Martin Short
Mhm.
and Kurt Russell was Captain Ron. That was in 1992.
Wow.
I was 12 years old when that came out. Let's see, what other movies? Oh, Father of the Bride.
That was it. Yes, that was
Three
I love that
Amigos.
movie. Father of the Bride. I'd watch that all the time.
Martin Short was born in 1950 in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. That's where Jeff lives. That's crazy. Hamilton. Huh. Saturday Night Live, Three Amigos. What other movies was he in? Oh, here we go. Let's see. Clifford.
Santa Claus.
He was in Aquaman.
I was gonna say, really?
Three Fugitives. I remember that movie. 1989.
Yeah, Cat in the Hat. That was a kid's one.
He was with Nick Nolte, James Earl Jones, and Three Fugitives. Yeah, he's hilarious. Him and Steve Martin together are amazing. Dumb and Dumber. So you're telling me there's a chance. Step Brothers and the Other Guys. That's your Slipknot fan.
Yep. What's your name, Slipknot fan?
Some of Will Ferrell's best. Yep, Mrs. Doubtfire. Eurydice. Hey, Kerry, Jen, hope you are well. Yes, we're doing wonderful. Thank you. Anchorman. Hey, I think that was one of our trivia questions. Jen, why don't we do a trivia question? Jen's getting all the compliments.
Oh, thank you.
Sandra. Dodgeball.
I love playing dodgeball as a kid.
Anything Bill Murray. Look how far behind I am. We're still talking about Blake Lively. 4:40. I got to catch up here.
Don't talk about her with Carrie.
Vegas Vacation. Yes, I've seen that one many times.
What was I looking up?
So trivia questions. Oh, there we go. Big with Tom Hanks.
Yes.
Did you like that one?
Yeah, I did. Made me want to grow up.
Everyone likes your hair, Jen. Sandra says, Jen, you look good. I like your hair today.
Thank you. Yeah, normally I have it up. Today I had it down.
Lots of love for the movie Big. Alan Tooth, you two are such awesome people. You're always unselfishly helping other people, and I love all your videos. They're so unique, fun, and informative. Oh, thank you so much. Appreciate it. I can't wait to share some of the footage. I was editing for 3 hours today, the footage I got with Dr. Barry. Man. We had big expectations for Dr. Barry, as you would, and he knocked it all out of the park. Janet H said, I went to Alaska on a land sea cruise in 2018 and loved it. Would love to go back. So Jen and I went on a cruise to Alaska. What was it, 15 years ago? And the girls when they were very little. This was 10 or 15 years ago. That was our last vacation before this one we just went on. We got our homestead and we haven't been able to leave since because we got goats and chickens. Not complaining. No. It was beautiful, was it not?
Breathtaking. Absolutely.
Beyond anything you could imagine.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't scratch the surface. I went there with Jen. When I went back by Bill's house and I saw Hatcher's Pass and I saw Alaska with Emma, the interior of Alaska,
I bet.
It's above and beyond what you're imagining.
When I go, it's going to be more than a week. I'll tell you that. I'll leave you. I'll leave myself there.
You do realize, though, as someone who hates flying, it's a much longer flight than you just took. It's a 6.5-hour flight, 7-hour flight.
But I'm going to go see Bill and Daisy.
There you go.
So I'll do it for you, Bill.
Yeah, the original Out of Towners was my mom's favorite comedy. Bill, you're amazing. Always looking forward to your videos.
Yes, you are, Bill.
Homestead How Vacation to Alaska.
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe do a meetup out there.
Jen looks wonderful.
Thank you.
Dinner for Schmucks. Greetings from Oregon.
What is with my hair today? Do you guys really like it?
Nisha Berry has pans like that. Hey, Sandra, I don't know if you caught that part of the conversation. The pans, I think Sandra has these too. I think they're Imarku. Maybe I'm saying that wrong, but they're
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Imarku,
Mhm.
but they're like a hybrid cast iron, and they don't have any of those nasty chemicals on them.
Maybe that's what I'm using at home that I really like.
Jen's hair is getting shouted out today.
Thank you.
Is it a ceramic coating? Sandra maybe knows better than I do. I don't know. I just remember we were talking about these the other day, and I'm pretty sure they're
not pots and pans, but I have it in Marku back there. Okay, just a question for anybody out there. Does anybody live in Wisconsin? Anybody around here? Because like Kerry was talking, he wants to do a meetup here, but he doesn't know, he doesn't want to go in between of the meetup here and then the documentary. But if there's anybody around, that would be
here we go.
neat, right?
Yes.
You ignored me.
No, I was reading that. Yeah, I want to do a meetup. There's two thoughts. Number one, do a meetup for Carnivore meetup, right? And people and anyone that just wants to see the theater and get a tour, we'll do history tours and we'll do a meetup. If we do a Carnivore one, maybe get one of the doctors and have like Dr. Hampton or someone on the big screen.
Right.
And then you could talk to the audience. The audience could ask questions. That would be really cool. But I was also thinking about doing just a general proper human diet sort of seminar for anyone in the general public or Montello or Portage or nearby that wants to learn about the proper human diet. Because a lot of the carnivore stuff, we're speaking to the choir.
Right.
I don't know if people would even be interested in doing something like that. Most of the time you hear a seminar like that, it's like, what are you selling me? I'm not selling anything. We're just doing it to help people. There's nothing being sold at all. It would be completely free. No admission whatsoever.
I think it's just meeting people too that are.
We'd even give you a free spring water.
Out, maybe people are just starting out or not. Excuse me, not knowing what they're doing, or maybe somebody's been doing it a really long time, and people need inspiration. When I started, I definitely needed the inspiration. I was doing weekly updates, shorts, and getting really great comments. And you guys say you love my hair. Thank you. That just makes me feel really happy. So thank you.
Yeah, one exciting thing, if you guys are just jumping on, I guess on the carnivore keto side, Jen's been doing great on keto, and her daughter Katie just decided to start keto. And the comments, they don't bother me, but sometimes they're a little annoying. I got one comment yesterday. My daughter Katie, she did a short. I didn't force her to do this short.
No.
They're like, oh, great. Now I'm not watching your channel anymore. You're forcing her to do keto now. Just let her do whatever she wants. Okay, here's the honest truth with Katie. I have been carnivore now for 330 days, roughly. I never forced Katie to do anything. No. Katie's had a balanced diet. She's been eating pretty darn healthy. She counts calories. She does her own thing. I'm there to support her if she wanted to. She came to me and said, I want to do keto. I didn't go to her and say, you should do keto. And then what did we do yesterday? I took her to the grocery store and we bought her, and she's asking all these questions like, what's a good keto vegetable? What's this? And we bought her keto vegetables and keto salad. And I'm not pushing her to do carnivore. I'm not pushing her to do anything. She says she wants to try keto. Maybe she'll try ketovore. Right. Maybe she would do carnivore, but I think a couple months ago, she tried carnivore and she was like, this is just crazy. I can't do it. And she jumped in head first, and she probably shouldn't have, but it's pretty awesome. Long story short, now you and Katie, since you're keto, Vor and Katie's keto, and you can do keto meals together. That's one of the hardest things in our family, is when everyone's eating something different. It's very, very tricky, but and Katie's doing great. She's gung-ho and excited to do it. We were at the grocery store yesterday stocking up, and she's eating fatty meat too, which is a big part of doing the ketogenic diet that Jen struggles with. But Katie was jumping into that. She was fine with it yesterday. Katie's first keto meal was a big fatty steak. Could have been fattier, but
it was a sirloin, so it wasn't too bad.
But she had some butter and stuff with it, and she knows what she's got to do. So yeah, Janet H says comedians are funny, but many of them have a tragic past that haunts them, which is what sparks their comedy as an escape. Yeah. Norm McDonald.
And what did I do for your birthday?
What did Jen do for my birthday? I love me some Norm McDonald. Another one we lost. Yeah. Unbelievable.
What did I do for your birthday?
Jen took me to see Norm McDonald in Chicago. We drove down to Chicago and saw his stand-up.
That was like right before he passed away too.
Yeah.
So I got to take you there.
What about Bob? Bob? Wild Hogs was hilarious. Liar, liar. Yeah, that was funny. Bill is definitely a natural behind the camera.
Yeah, he is.
Oh, look at this. Carnivore Nation, $10 for some tickets for veterans from the UK. Thank you so much. You got to write that down.
You know,
We got to
I was gonna say,
separate
you
that
don't have
out.
any pens in here.
I got a pen right
Thank
there.
you. We appreciate that.
Victory Suarez becomes a YouTube member. Thank you so much, Victoria. Appreciate it. Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
Father of the Bride. Oh my God, I love that movie.
Wild Hogs, Airplane. Are we there yet? Princess Bride.
We just played that one. We do private movies, and it was about 2 weeks ago, and it was somebody's birthday, and we didn't know. She was, 10, 12 years old, and she wanted to watch it. I'm like, really? So that was kind of neat, bringing back the old school stuff.
My good buddy Adam, Carnivore Today, that's his favorite movie, is Princess Bride. I think I texted him that day. I'm like, we're playing Princess Bride at Montello Theater. Galaxy Quest was so good. Yeah, very funny. Father of the Bride with Martin Short. Cable Guy. Blues Brothers.
Oh, yeah, that was a good one. Actually, funny story. I went to another Seven Dust concert in Illinois, and my brother's a huge Blues Brother fan. So we went to the jail where they actually taped him, and he brought a Sharpie. So my brother and Lily both wrote on their hands, and then they stood like this in front of the jail. It was pretty neat because it said their names on it. So it was just a fun memory.
Lynn Tucker. We used to have Man theaters in Minnesota. Who knew?
Oh,
wow. I know there's Man Chinese theater in California too. Hey, it's my buddy Alex, Carnivore for Life. Kerry, Young Frankenstein before you and Jen were born. I was late teens. Mel Brooks, hilarious at the time.
Okay.
Awesome.
I have to look that up.
Napoleon Dynamite. John Heater. Life of Brian. I like The Meaning of Life and Now for Something Completely Different. Another Young Frankenstein. Lance is a Slipknot
Lance.
fan.
All right, cool. One of these days I'm going to wear one. I make shirts, so I'll have a made my own Slipknot shirt.
I love the movie Big. Not a big Hanks fan, though, but love the movie.
Wow.
Joe versus the Volcano. Wow, that's a throwback. Oh my gosh,
this is with Meg Ryan. I forgot about that one.
And Tom Hanks too, right?
Yes.
Early.
I loved Meg Ryan. She was great.
Overboard with Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn. That where she gets amnesia.
Mm-hmm.
Carnivore Farmer, love your video on testimonials. Please do more of these. Yes, thank you. I did that last night. And Carnivore Farmer, I didn't even scratch the surface. I started asking people for their testimonials, but I have a folder on my phone with probably 200 of those, and I think I covered maybe 10 last night. I want to do more of that. It seemed to really resonate with people, and I love, that's my favorite thing, is getting those testimonials.
Yeah, I was watching it from upstairs last night. I didn't comment, but I was watching it, and he must have heard me cleaning, and I said, you could have done it. You could have stayed on a lot longer. Hit that like button. Thank you for posting that. Thumbs up, like button. How many people are on here?
Tommy Boy. Happy Gilmore. Black Sheep. Diane Oman, I just love our carnivore community. Everybody truly cares for each other from the heart. Yes.
It's not even, I have to say, it's not even just carnivores. It's, ketovores, keto people. They're all so very supportive. Like with Katie, with being keto now, I think it's great for her. It's her decision. It's what she wants to do. Lily tried carnivore for 30 days. She was absolutely thriving on it. And then she kind of just quit, went her own way. And
she said, I want to try moderation. Mm-hmm. And as a father, I'm like, no, because I know what's going to happen. And exactly what I knew would happen happened. But she's an adult, and I can't be so pushy, right? I got to stand back, and people got to make their own mistakes and learn. But Lily's been jumping back on and off. She's so fired up about carnivore too. She'll just have these long conversations with me. Lily will, like, why? It's just common sense. Like, why are people eating this way? But then a couple of days later, she'll be off the rails again, eating some junk food or something. So
yeah, she's
baby steps. But she knows what she's got to do. She's just got to stick to it. Is she upstairs watching this right now? Probably not.
Uh-oh.
Probably not.
Probably not her.
She's just got to stick to. I'm like, just
Yeah.
commit for 30 days. You did it. The thing with Lily that's frustrating, she committed for 30 days and had amazing results. So she's already done it. Like, you can do it for 30 days. You're already done it. Just do it again. Just don't give up after 30 days. That's why I hate it when people say, just eat in moderation. People get done. They get down to their goal weight, and then they think they're going to moderate, and then they end up gaining all of the weight back. There's nothing more heartbreaking. Is that Lily?
Yeah. I don't know if you can see my phone. She says, I see you.
Shout out, Lily.
Hi, Lily. That's funny.
Martin Short and Meg Ryan in Inner Space was a fun one. I've never seen that one. Question. Well, this isn't really a question. Jen, you look slim with your hair that way, Jen.
Oh, thank you. I don't know. I didn't do anything different. Still the same.
Andy, I live in Madison, but I don't have a car. One Hope for All. We're talking about the iMarku. No ceramic coating. It's just cast iron. They have small divots in the pan that make it non-stick.
Right.
No chemicals. Yep. I cook on those every day. Well, I'll use my cast iron, but sometimes I switch it up. I don't know why I switch it up. It seems like these iMarku ones are a little bit easier for me to clean afterwards. Janet H. I'm in Muskego. If the meetup is on a dam not working, I'd go. I do work every other Saturday. I need about a month's notice to make changes. Well,
if you are off, come on and watch a movie. Look on Facebook and see what movie we're playing.
Jen, your hair looks good, but you just look healthier in general. The food changes are working.
Thank
Jen,
you.
you look nice.
Wow,
hey, it's Cousin Tammy's on here. Shout out Cousin Tammy. Don't feed the trolls, Carrie. Yeah, that's true. Most of the time, I just write the letter K.
Yeah.
Wow, Carrie, almost a whole year. Yeah, where am I at right now? I gotta keep checking.
Well, it was right after Lily's birthday, and Lily's birthday's in March, so it's coming up pretty soon.
Well, when I interviewed Dr. Barry, it was my favorite number, 324. It's 328. I interviewed Dr. Barry 4 days ago. That's crazy. I can't wait to share that footage with you guys. Well, some of it's going in the doc, most of it, but we have a bunch of stuff that I think I can get maybe 3 separate YouTube videos out of the interview we did outside of the documentary.
I'm lucky because I get to watch it and preview it. That was, I wish I could say something, but I can't. So it was, you definitely have to stay tuned for that. I can't say anything else, but it just, yeah. It's really hard because I can't say.
I got it right here too. I can't show them.
Yeah.
You guys will have to stay tuned for that.
I can't say, but I know what he's talking about. So yeah.
Dr. Barry knocked it out of the park. We had big expectations for Dr. Barry because he's Dr. Barry, and he exceeded all of the expectations. And I talked to him about the Dr. Barry finger, and he was cracking up laughing about it. So that was pretty awesome. Jen, do you like bacon? Oh, here we go. We're going to start a fight right now. Jen, have you ever tried real bacon?
Yes. When I was carnivore.
Artificial bacon bites or real bacon?
The real bacon.
She says she doesn't like bacon, and I can't believe it. I just can't believe it.
Being a vegetarian my whole life, going to eating something and knowing where it came from, I'm sorry, it still bothers me. That's why I'm doing keto, because it's hard.
I didn't know Norm Macdonald passed. So sad. Yes. I think he had cancer.
I believe so. And then he didn't tell anybody.
Yeah, he didn't tell anybody, and then it just happened. What About Bob was hilarious. Yeah. Dirty Work was one of the best comedies. That was with Norm. G&E, is Bill still here? I hope he gets geared up to do a couple of videos a week after he gets his GoPro. Yeah, Bill's getting a GoPro. That's exciting. That's a great idea. People don't realize the challenges of filming yourself holding a camera in one hand, and especially with Bill when he's doing cooking videos. Can you imagine doing a cooking video?
No.
Bill, when you get that GoPro too, well, if you have it on your head, you're perfect. The other thing I was going to suggest is I have this big arm that my speaker's on at home, my microphone's on, and you can adjust it anywhere. That might be kind of cool. You can mount it above your head, and then you could aim the camera where you want, and it would hold it for you. Harry and the Hendersons, we played that one here too, remember?
Yeah, we did.
We have some friends that
Sasquatch.
They run a variety store. It's called Sasquatches. It's in the town over, and they advertise on the screen. and it was for their 1-year anniversary, right?
Mm-hmm.
They played Sasquatches. They played Harry and the Henderson.
Yeah. Excuse me, I gotta say one thing. You notice the height difference on us right now, guys? So you all were complaining about my chair.
She's got the good chair this week. I got the bad
Thank
chair.
you. I'm just looking at us on the video. I'm like, wow, am I really that much taller? I'm
I
not.
gotta pull the
but
thing down here.
No, I like being higher than you. But thank you. You guys got that for me. So I have the nice comfortable chair. I'm not sitting here like this on the other
Hey,
chair.
check out my hat today. I got the Dr. Chafee hat on.
Mm-hmm.
Jen picked me up this Adidas hat. Locals only.
I like Adidas. Can you tell?
Locals only mini seminar at the world famous Montello Theater. Hand out small flyers to movie patrons to determine interest. Have a sign up sheet for e-address of those interested. That's a good idea. Yeah. That's a really good idea.
I'll write that down.
Karen grew up 2 miles away from the gas station in Blues Brothers. RV with Robin Williams. I've seen that one too. That's a funny movie. Question, Jen, are you a Mudvayne fan? Love the singer.
Yes. I love him.
Is that your favorite one?
It is, yeah. It's between Mudvayne and Seven Dust, but Mudvayne is. I've listened to him since I was 14. Chad can he's a really good singer. And when they quit, I was so sad. And then they did Hell Yeah, which I was really happy for. But now I'm so happy they're back. I cannot wait for their new music. My favorite was Dig. And I have to say that I was a bad parent because I listened to that in the car all the time when the kids were growing up. But Lily likes it too, which is really awesome. So yes, I love Mudvayne.
You Got Mail with Meg Ryan. Is that what Tom Hanks too?
I think so.
I don't remember. That was a long time ago. Love the testimonials too. Yeah, we're gonna have to do some more of those. More compliments on Jen's hair.
My gosh, thank you.
A lot of good old movies from the late 30s and 40s. Yes.
I love the movies from the 20s and 30s.
Yeah.
I love the black and white.
We do history tours here. We were charging $10 for a history tour, and it was a 30-minute tour of the whole building, including our museum that we put together down here, the exhibit, and then it would end with a short silent film from the 20s. Yeah, we did a Buster Keaton one. I think that was the one we played the most.
We just watched it this morning too, like his outtakes. He actually did all of his own stunts.
He's the original.
Crazy.
He's
crazy stunts.
Buster Keaton's the original. He does his own stunts. Jackie Chan, Super Cop, does his own stunts. Yeah, Buster Keaton, man. Yeah, that popped up on YouTube this morning. Just some dangerous, crazy stuff. A couple of them too. I even said, I'm like, how did they do that? There was that one where he grabbed on the back of the train and he was flying like straight, like Superman flying behind the thing. 13 going on 30, must have seen it like 100 times. Whole food keto is so much healthier than the standard American diet. Yes, that's true. My daughter loved Mudvayne and Slipknot, and I took her to see Mudvayne for her 15th birthday.
Thank you, Karen. That's awesome.
The Glass Bottom Boat with Doris Day. Defending Your Life with Albert Brooks. Hit that like button. There are 147 watching. Only 83 have liked it. Thank you so much. Idiocracy 2006. Bill Maher, right? Kurt Russell back in the day. Escape from New York.
Wasn't there some movie with Kurt Russell with something Big China, Little Town or something?
Little Trouble in...
Yeah, was that it?
Big Trouble in Little something like that. Janet H, I printed off like 40 carnivore recipes yesterday. I'm realizing I need to have different ideas and prepare food ahead. It's easy for me to fall off the wagon of carnivore. Yeah. Hey, shout out Ketogenic Woman, Anita. She's got some great carnivore recipes if you need some ideas. And shout out Bill Knott. We got to do the Bill Knott cookbook. That would be incredible. My cousin Vinny. You both look as though you're aging backwards. Oh, thank you.
Wow.
Oh, here, I love this movie.
I love you guys. My gosh.
Office Space.
Oh, jeez.
Love it. Love it.
What's your favorite part?
I'm going to need you to go ahead and come in on Saturday. That would be great.
Where's my stapler? My stapler.
Yeah. I love Office Space too, because when they take the fax machine out into the field and just beat the heck out of it with baseball bats, I wanted to do that to my CPAP machine. Despise the CPAP machine as much as they despise their fax machine. How can I become a member? There's a little join button under the videos. It's easier on desktop. Sometimes it's hard for people to find on iPhone. And you just press the little join button, and there's some options under there. Every penny we get from the memberships goes towards our Healing Humanity movie, and we do a members only live stream every Thursday. And I do a lot of members only content. When we went to film Dr. Barry, I think I did 2, maybe 3 members only videos. And a lot of the videos I'm doing now too go out to the members first, and then 24 hours later they go out to the general public. So lots of little benefits. We really appreciate all the members, because we wouldn't be doing the documentary without the support of people. Office Space is a classic.
Don't get me started. Do not get me started.
16 Candles. Sandra, you and I have a lot in common. I don't know if you saw the other video where I mentioned Sebastian Maniscalco is one of my favorite comedians. He is my favorite. I was privileged to see him in Milwaukee. My sister hooked it up. My sister, my dad, and I saw him was it the Riverside, I think. He is the funniest person on earth, I swear. Hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. I crack up all the time. JT and I did that one video together, and I referenced one of his videos when he was talking about how when someone comes knocking on your door, back in the day, you'd be like, "Oh, who's here?" And you'd run up and you'd see, "Get off the phone, who's here?" And
you just did that with JT, didn't you?
Yes.
Where you put it in.
When JT and I were knocking on doors as strangers, it made me think of that bit that he had. And nowadays, someone knocks on the door and everyone dives on the ground and like, "Shh, don't get down, get down. Right. Who the heck's outside? Grab the sword." Yeah, he is absolutely hilarious. Yeah. And he's been in several big movies now recently too. And not necessarily comedies either. He was in The Irishman, Martin Scorsese movie that was on the Netflix with Robert De Niro. He went from a stand-up comedian to acting alongside Robert De Niro and Joe Pesci and Martin Scorsese. It's crazy. Jen's getting all the compliments. How'd you get such a pretty gal like Jen?
Really?
I swooped her up when we were 14 years old.
I appreciate it.
We've been together for what, 30 years now?
Next year it'll be 30. I have to tell you, the camera on here makes me look a lot better than I am.
That's what Bill Knott says all the time too. Loving your hair, Jen. Here's another one. Jen, you look so good young with your hair down. You got to wear your hair down some more.
Okay, thank you.
I thought you were one of your daughters.
Aw.
Linda eats beef bacon, can't handle pork. Did you know, Linda, they sell beef bacon at Walmart? JT got me onto the beef bacon. And then when we're at Walmart, I'm like, I wonder where you can get this outside of a local farmer, which is what I'd recommend. Go to your local farmer. But they had some. They actually had it. It was right next to the regular bacon. They got beef bacon right at Walmart. Caddyshack.
Great movie.
When vegan vegetarians talk nonsense, just give them the Dr. Barry finger. Yeah. Speaking of vegan vegetarians talking nonsense, I don't know how we got off on this tangent, but when I was talking to Dr. Barry afterwards, after the documentary, we did a whole YouTube video on vegan, vegetarian, vegetables. I was editing it together this morning. I don't know. It's probably going to fire some people up, but I've been told my whole life, and I keep being told right now, that meat is so dangerous for you. And I want to do a video asking the question, are vegetables dangerous for you? A lot of you hearing this right now are going to be like, uh-oh, Kerry's going off on the deep end. You can't say that. You can't say that. Well, why can people tell me meat is dangerous for me when clearly I don't believe that's true? But I can't say vegetables are. And I think there's a lot of arguments that vegetables are dangerous for you when you look at an insane amount of pesticides and glyphosate that are in them. And people just rinse them off and they think it's just fine. For that reason, and then the other reason, if they're not necessarily dangerous for you, but are they just negligible? The fact that most vegetables nowadays, they have no nutrients or minerals in them because they're being taken out of soil that has no nutrients or minerals left in it. It's turning into a dust bowl. Dr. Chafee's taught me about that. Maggie taught me about that as well. So anyhow, Dr. Barry, I don't even know how he got on the subject, but man, he went on for about 15, 20 minutes and it was just gold talking about being a compassionate carnivore. 12 Angry Men. Henry Fonda is a quality film. I buy brisket burgers, fry 'em, and beef fat. Oh, that's good stuff.
What's a brisket burger?
It's burger made out of brisket. I think I've seen them in the grocery store before.
Really?
Got
I'll
more
look for you then.
fat
See if
on.
you
Yeah.
can.
Oh, I'd eat those up. Secret Life of Walter Mitty. Nice. Are you talking about the new one or the original? Because there's two, right? That one was a remake, wasn't it? With
Was it really?
Ben Stiller.
Yeah. There it is. Big Trouble in Little China. That was it. Yeah. Okay. Here we go.
Anita is the best and a fellow Canadian. Anita is awesome. I'm so blessed. I had her on the channel a couple times now. She's the greatest. She used to just do keto recipes. Now she does a lot of carnivore recipes. She is the Mr. Rogers of keto carnivore. She's just such a soothing, polite, nice. It's so much fun listening to her. She's got some great recipes. Oh, here we go. Yes, I printed ketogenic woman recipes. Chris Cooking Nashville has the other one. Chris Cooking Nashville. I've seen quite a few of his videos too. Donna Peters, huge Michael Keaton fan. He can do anything. Mr. Mom, Clean and Sober, Batman, so versatile.
Batman. Yeah.
He was also the founder. Donna, did you see the founder?
Yeah. The McDonald's one.
That was the behind the scenes, like how the McDonald's whole thing came together. That was a really good movie. Interesting. Bill Not Cookbook would be awesome. Hey, we can talk carnivore. No worries. Sorry, carnivore comment. I went to Costco today, got steaks. I'm so excited. Triple Jim is grilling some right now. Awesome. I get a lot of steaks still from Costco. I try to get as everything I can from my neighbors, but they've been I messed the whole deal up for myself, right? We did we're advertising for my neighbor on the big screen. And I did a couple of YouTube videos with him. And after I did the YouTube videos, a lot of people went to their business, which is awesome because I want to support our local farmers. However, I kind of ruined it for myself because now anytime they get steaks, they're gone like that. And they only have like ground beef left, which is great. I can get ground beef from them, but you can only buy so much ground beef. Anyhow, when I can't get grass-fed ground beef from my neighbors, oftentimes Jen and I will go to Costco. That's been my go-to for steaks if I can't get them from my neighbors. The Jerk with Steve Martin. George Carlin, Doug Stanhope. Janet saw Sebastian in Milwaukee. We were probably at the same show. It was during COVID, right? I thought it was so funny that COVID protocols, but once inside, hardly any masks. Yeah, it was right just shortly after that, I think. There were no protocols or anything. Man, Janet, maybe we were at the same show. I think it was at the Riverside. Awesome. And you know, it's such a good memory for me too, because my dad, he's into comedies and stuff or whatever, but I think he was like, oh, this is gonna be dumb. I don't know. And he was cracking up. He was absolutely cracking up. And I went with my sister, my older sister, Melissa, who, by the way, is carnivore now and absolutely killing it. She's been sending me pictures as she's going to the gym. She's been carnivore now for, geez, I want to say 7 or 8 months. I got to ask her now. Maybe even longer than that. I'm getting bad with time. Jen Carey, maybe a favorite carnivore keto recipe Sunday night. Yeah, maybe we should add that to it. It's tricky because I just end up eating the same stuff over and over again. My favorite thing is the Power Bowl, which Jen just cooked up a whole bunch of them today. We did a little meal prep. When I say we, I mean Jen. Thank you, Jen.
I'm shaking my head because our daughter Lily, she's watching right now. Hi, Lily. She keeps telling me I'm looking at the screen over here, reading the comments.
Yeah, it's tricky. You got to look up there.
I have to look there. So she's yelling at me. She's watching me. So let's see what she says in a minute. You were typing and not looking. I'm typing to you, Lily, right now.
Lily, do you have any message you want us to convey to the people?
She said, stop talking about me.
Okay, we're no more talking about Lily. Lily is our oldest daughter.
She turns 19 next month in March.
Lily's awesome, and she's doing really well. Lily doesn't want to be on YouTube, so we respect that, and that's why you've never seen Lily on YouTube. So, Lily, give me some credit, right?
She's so beautiful, though. She needs to go on YouTube.
She doesn't have to if she doesn't want to. So, but yeah. Shout out Lily.
Shout out for Lily.
Shout out Lily watching the theater for us.
So I can be down here. Oh, she went away, so she's watching.
A favorite carnivore keto recipe Sunday night. What else would there be? My favorite thing is reverse seared ribeye, smoking it. I'm so blah. I'd eat that or Power Bowls. I don't really do a lot of in-depth recipes, but hey, I'm always open for my brats. I got a couple in the fridge. My carnivore brats.
No.
Oh, yeah.
No.
In Milwaukee, you can get
why I'm saying no.
In Milwaukee, you can get beef bacon at the Kettle Range Meat Company, 2 locations, one on State Street and the other in Elm Grove. Oh, good to know. Mick the Vegan just released another BS video about colon cancer. Oh, great. Planes, trains, and automobiles. My doctor just told me that red meat is highly inflammatory. I don't think so. Yeah, there we go, Cheryl. Jeez. I've said it a million times. I believe doctors mean well and they're trying to do good. But if I would have just done the opposite of everything my doctor said, I don't know what is more opposite than that comment. I was so inflamed before this. And for 330 days now, I've eaten nothing but meat. I have no inflammation in my body whatsoever. When is this red meat, Cheryl's doctor, going to start inflaming my body? Just craziness. Absolute craziness. Yeah, Rick, if beef is so bad, how am I still alive? Most additions are plant-based and most poisons are from plants too. Yes, and as Dr. Barry said in the video I got coming up, he's like, Kerry, think about this. It's all plants. You talk to the general public and they'll say, yeah, I just, I don't do carnivore. I don't do vegan. I just eat in moderation. No, you're eating mostly plants. If you're eating cereal, that comes from plants. If you're eating sugar, that comes from plants. If you're eating grains, that comes from plants. It's almost 70% of what you're eating comes from plants. And how's the state of the world doing with all of those plants? Everyone is inflamed and depressed and sick and walking around with brain fog. Donna, saw the founder. Both Walter Mitty with Danny Kaye and Ben Stiller. I haven't seen the original one. The Money Pit. There's another Tom Hanks, right? Tom Hanks was in that one. Michael Keaton, Night Shift and Founder was about a McDonald's in Roseville, Minnesota. Dope Sick. Yes, Jen and I watched Dope Sick with miniseries with Michael Keaton. Is a must-see. Absolutely.
Oh, the one where he was a doctor?
Yeah, so messed up. Another example of big pharma. Oh, my goodness. What a tragedy that is. Just people hooked. Bill Knott should do a coffee table book with recipes and nature pictures of Alaska. Yeah, that'd be cool. Janet wants to buy from local farmers, but they get sold out fast. It is a logistical problem. That was what my neighbor told me. He's like, Kerry, it's a big logistics problem because we'll raise a whole cow for beef, and then we'll slaughter the cow, and then we end up with a ton of burger meat and just a couple steaks, and everyone picks up the steaks right away, and you're left with all the burger meat. And then what do you sort of do? Just keep raising the prices of the steaks? I don't know, but my neighbors too, they're so good. The prices are amazing, very fair. I'm enjoying a Bill Knott bacon wrap burger bison, so good. Henry Winkler, I love him as well.
My brother's nickname is the Fonz.
G&E, invite Bill to show some things while you do the recipe show. Hey, 100% Bill, you always have an open invite. I always love the City Slickers movies with Billy Crystal. Yes, me too. I remember seeing them vividly. I remember seeing that in the theater. I was with Daniel Stern, Billy Crystal, and what was the old guy? He's a famous actor. I gotta look it up. City Slickers, 1990. Jack Palance. Daniel Stern, I got that one right. Jake Gyllenhaal was in that movie too.
Really?
Billy Crystal, he must have been a little kid in that movie in 1991. Danny Robbins.
He's 43 now, so.
You didn't have the link on there. Carnivore creme brulee. Wow. Janet said, I'm sadly realized I'm not good at cooking meat. I've tried the reverse sear and then finish an iron skillet. Unfortunately, I overcook it every time, not on purpose. Yeah, it's a tricky balancing act. I pull it off crazy early, Janet. So I will smoke the meat until 110. Most people say to do like 115 or bigger than that. I do 110, and then I'll have the cast iron going already, searing hot at 110, and then I go from there. And that seems to get it pretty darn good for me. You might just have to pull it off the smoker a little bit sooner. It really is tricky too, because you got to get a real good sear. And if it's not searing hot enough, you're going to leave the steak on longer, and then it's going to overcook. So it's a balancing act. Slipknot fan, how do you know if you have inflammation? Is there a way to test for it? Yes, there's, what is it, C-reactive protein. There's some blood tests you can get for inflammation. I have an inflammation radar. I could just look at people and see if they're inflamed. You can see it usually in their face, in their hands. Their face is red and kind of puffy.
Legs. I had in the summertime last year, I had very bad inflammation in my legs. So you can definitely see it.
Susan Hampton, how's it going? I don't think most of us trust our doctors anymore. Yeah, unfortunately.
I'm sorry, Lily. It happened a long time ago with Lily with her heart surgery. I don't trust doctors anymore.
What happened with that, Jen?
Well, she's fine now, but
she's gonna be mad you're talking about her again.
I can't talk about her anymore. She can talk about herself. I can't. But
we can trust our good doctors, though. We can trust our good doctors online. Those are my doctors now. I love it when people say that. That's what Jeff told me too. Jeff DeProsperous. Shout out, blessings on my journey. He said, Dr. Chafee, that's my doctor. That's my doctor. Dr. Barry's my doctor. Beetlejuice.
So going from all the movies, do you guys have any questions for Kerry while he's here? Anything you want to ask him? Carnivore, homestead, health related.
Ask Jen questions too. Movie theater, anything.
Yeah.
Keto. Clearly, I've forgotten how many movies Michael Keaton's been in. Yeah, he's been in a lot now that I think about it. I love him too. I don't know. There's just something about him. What I really love with him was the original Batman. Did I say this last week? I don't remember. I used to love that original Batman with Michael Keaton, with the Batmobile, with all of the gadgets and the stuff flying off of it. That was cool. Mm-hmm. That's kind of what I liked about 007, but some of the recent 007 movies, they're just drag them out. Like, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but in the 007 movies too, I love the gadgets and gizmo and the little spy tools and things like that. Hey, shout out, Anita is going to be live in 30 minutes. There we go. Everyone should go check that out. Founder was, Michael Keaton was in The Founder. Click was a great movie with Adam Sandler, Christopher Walken, Henry Winkler. Yeah, I remember that movie. That was kind of a sleeper. That was a good one. Diane said also inflammation can hide in the abdomen and organs and in your mouth. Did you know that?
Is it really?
Oh, yeah. When I went to the dentist, shortly after starting Carnivore, I don't know, 50 days into it, the dental hygienist said, "What are you doing?" And then we started talking about Carnivore. And she said, inflammation shows up in the mouth. When you have bloody gums and puffy gums and things like that, it means your body's inflamed. And if you see it in your mouth, you can rest assured it's throughout your whole body. And like Diane's saying here, it can hide in the abdomen and organs 100%. And see my book back here, Dr. Georgia Eid, you can get inflammation in your brain. You can go throughout your whole body. It's one of the things that every person should be worried about. And nobody is. Everybody that I talk to, oh, you're doing carnivore, you're going to have a heart attack. Meanwhile, their body's fully inflamed as they're eating Twinkies. They have poor metabolic health. The risk of cancer, the risk of heart disease, the risk of diabetes is all through the roof. I don't have risk of any of those things. Everybody should be worried about inflammation and metabolic health. And most people are clueless that it's even a problem for so many. Cheryl said the SED rate is for inflammation. I think inflammation. Is edema the same as inflammation? I think that's a little different, I'm not a doctor, so I'm just telling you what I know, but I think edema is more water retention. And you probably have inflammation at the same time, but I got to check down below. There's probably better comments on this from others. Yeah, that was the best Batman. I agree. Sandra, One Hope for All. Yes, it's C-reactive protein test. I took one years ago and almost zero inflammation for me, but that was back then. Not sure how many years, but more than 12 or 13. Kerry, did you see the Flash where they end up bringing in 3 of the Batmans? No. Was that recently? I remember hearing something about that. Yeah, edema is a lymphatic issue. Stephen Andrews, my cardiologist, is fat. Imagine. Yeah, I had a lot of doctors that were very unhealthy telling me what to do the whole time. And that was even when I was doing keto. I remember one of them saying, "Oh, that's dangerous."
Well, that's what they're taught, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I'll have to say one thing is since doing keto, I used to get headaches all the time, right? Migraines, they were just awful. Every single day I would have them. I did actually wake up yesterday with I actually went to bed with a migraine and I woke up with it and I had it all day. But normally I would have them every single day throughout the week. And now since doing keto, it's drastically went down.
It will go away completely if you eat more fat. Fatty meat. Cheryl, question: how do I start a YouTube channel with only an Android and no money to invest in products? I'm also low vision, legally blind from Ozempic. Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry to hear that. I recently did a video about Ozempic. Craziness, just craziness. Well, first of all, I think it's awesome that you want to do a YouTube video. Second of all, YouTube channel. Second of all, use that Android. You don't need any money. Trust me, you don't need any money. So many people think about starting a YouTube channel and they think they got to go buy an expensive camera and equipment. It sounds like you have an incredible story. People just want to hear your words and they want to hear your story. Right. You can do that with an Android phone. And honestly, the cameras on these phones nowadays are comparable to the camera I have. This is an iPhone. The camera on this phone is almost comparable to our $10,000 Netflix camera. That's $10,000 when you count the camera base and you count the camera lens, you count all the accessories and everything like that. This phone I have in my pocket, most people wouldn't be able to tell the difference between the two, which is just insane.
Actually, I have the same phone. Katie actually just got a like a selfie kind of stick. I don't know if that's what it's called, but it's almost the same thing where we do Amazon videos, and instead of holding the camera, she's got a selfie stick. So that might be something you could do too.
Yeah, I got a gimbal for this, which sounds Mr. Fancy. I think it was $80. It's a little gimbal. You put the phone on, you press a button, it'll go like this. It'll go like this. But it just keeps the phone nice and steady. It's a nice handle, and it's like a little mini tripod. So if you're at a table, you set it down, it records you. And the crazy thing with these gimbals now is there's a setting where it will follow you. So with my gimbal, I can go like this, and then it will follow me, and the camera will actually follow me like this. It's crazy. But Cheryl, if you do that and you get it started, shoot me an email, homesteadhow@gmail.com. I will gladly subscribe, and maybe we can talk some more. Maybe if you're interested in telling your story more, shoot me an email with your story, because that is crazy. I've been learning more and more about Ozempic, and what a scary thing.
I just heard about it last night, actually.
In many ways, they say it's basically paralyzes the stomach. It mimics some hormones that your body is supposed to have.
Not hungry.
Makes you not hungry, but it doesn't address the root cause of the problem, and then people still end up eating. When they still have to eat, they're not as hungry, so they're eating less, but they haven't changed their pattern. So they're still eating the seed oils and the sugars and the processed garbage, and they're not giving their body the proper fatty meat, which improves the hormones and makes you feel full. But then there's I've been hearing all sorts of issues when people stop it, that they have these long-term stomach issues. They say Ozempic is going to be one of the biggest selling drugs of all time, which is just absolutely crazy.
I mean, I don't know. Honestly, I get it because you want to get skinny quick, but what happens when you go off of it and
everyone that I've heard that goes off it, they gain all the weight back and then more.
So,
and then some of them still have issues from it. And a lot of people, it was for type 2 diabetes. They were taking it, but now a lot of people are using it just for weight loss. But it's just crazy. It's such a simple calculation I go back to all the time. Whatever's natural for humans is best for humans. When you escape from what is natural, you're going to get sicker and sicker. The further you escape from what's natural, the sicker you're going to get. How unnatural is it to take a pill that mimics some sort of hormone and paralyzes your stomach so you can continue eating processed garbage, junk food, and not get as fat? There couldn't be more of a definition for something unnatural for the human body. Therefore, it's got to be horrible for you. And there's lots of people coming out with different reports on it now, too. Janet says, did anyone see the interview Tucker Carlson did with the doctor talking about the problems with Ozempic? Very interesting and scary. Yes, I did a video on it. Janet, check it out. I did a reaction video. The doctor on there, man, his book isn't out yet. I tried to purchase his book. It's not out yet. He's got some amazing stats in there. That video I did on my channel is going absolutely crazy. Let me just look real quick because it's been a couple days since I checked. I'll give you guys a link in case you want to see it. I suggest just go and watch the video itself. I did a little reaction video to it. 228,000 views that video has.
Wow.
And that was like, I think I did that video a week ago. Well, let me look here. Yeah, I'm going to share this with you. I'm going to just share the first minute since someone mentioned this, because the first minute is pretty dang good. Let's see, a carnivore reaction, share screen, tab, carnivore reacts. I'm just going to show you the first minute of this because it's crazy what this guy says.
Diabetes and prediabetes is the
root
root of almost everything. You
Hopefully you guys can hear it.
have very few people with heart disease, with many forms of cancer, with dementia, with all these. This is the lie that's being told. And instead of talking about the root cause, we're saying that a weekly injection that you have to take for your entire life.
Humans were screwing this up so badly. We're not cattle. We're not robots. Here, I'll throw a link in the sidebar. I don't know if that audio came through. Sometimes StreamYard is weird with the audio coming through. I didn't hear it on this side, but I don't have my headphones on. Yeah, that was a crazy video. He's got some amazing stats in there too. Really eye-opening stuff. Is the movie over now, Jen?
Yes, I believe it is. Just looking at the time. I hear some people walking around.
Jen, you look amazing from a Jersey girl. Jen's getting all the compliments today. That's awesome.
Thank you, everybody. I really appreciate that. Somebody's coming down the steps. I can hear somebody walking.
New Deadpool movie coming out. First one was really funny. Yeah. Here we go. 10 years on YouTube, still using my phone. There you go. Perfect. It's nice too to use your phone. The last thing I'll say on this is because you can record the video on your phone, upload it to YouTube from your phone directly, and then you're done. Versus the other way where you have a camera, you pull the memory card out, you put it in your computer, you edit it. There's all these extra steps. Amanda's violin. My videos are only from this phone. Didn't cost me a thing. Janet got a thing from a dollar store to hold her phone. Awesome. Hey, we got a $5. Thank you so much. I never used to be cold before starting Carnivore 5 months now. Started taking iodine drops. All good now. Love what you do. That is awesome. I take a little bit of magnesium every now and then for sleep, and then I did pick up some iodine as well. I don't know why I didn't get tested and I wasn't low, but I've heard several other carnivores say they were low. My buddy Dante from Frigno Freedom. So I picked some of those up as well. And I haven't been taking them yet though. Every now and then I'll take one or two. Less junk, more health. There are lots of channels that have hundreds of thousands of followers and all they use is a phone. Yeah. In fact, a lot of the videos, well, not a lot, but some of the videos I do are just on my phone. The ones that people seem to really like, the walk and talk in the woods, 100%. Those are all only on my phone. It's so nice too because I don't edit those. So I walk, I talk for 15 minutes. It's on my phone. I load it to YouTube and I'm done. Yes, once you start Ozempic, they say you have to stay it on the rest of your life. Imagine the lifetime value of somebody. They get you on this medication, you're a lifetime user. It's just insane how much money this medication is set to make. And I'm sure it's just fine, right? That's what people would say. Oh, it's just fine. Don't worry about it. Yeah, okay.
Well, that's like that medicine I'm not mentioning a name, somebody in the family was on, and then they found out they had heart problems, remember?
Yes.
What was that? That was
a
diet. Fen-Phen. That was a diet pill, and everybody thought that was so great.
Janet said, I think people should get tested before adding iodine. I got tested and thought for sure I'd be low, but wasn't. Yeah, 100%. And you know, you guys, you can do testing without going to your doctor. I did Alta Labs. I got to do it again now. I'm going to do it once I hit 1 year. I'm going to get a bunch of tests done. Alta Labs online, and it's pretty darn inexpensive too. I think like get your A1C tested was like $8 or $9 or something like that.
You got a question all the way at the bottom.
Susan Hampton said, I watched it. My sister was saying she was getting injections for weight loss a few months ago. I'm wondering if it was Ozempic. She's type 2. Yeah, probably. Ketovore Gearhead Cake question. Kerry, why is it some people are naturally thin and can eat anything they want and stay thin? I realize that doesn't necessarily mean they're healthy, but what is different about those people?
So I have to say something really quick thinking about that. Family member of mine, again, not throwing a name out, he was skinny his whole life. I hated him. I really did, but he was very athletic. But now that he's older, like me, almost 40s, he's gained a lot. So I don't know. Maybe it's your metabolism when you're younger. I don't know. But when you said that, that just came to me right away. Was this family member? I'm not saying a name, but maybe that's just maybe it's metabolism.
Right. Yeah. And you can be thin and have really poor metabolic health. So I don't know. A lot of times we look at just the weight factor for people, and it's so much deeper than the weight. But yeah, I'm thinking of a particular person that was skinny his whole life, and he's suffering from horrible depression and anxiety right now, and inflammation and aches and pains and all these things. But you'd look at him and you think, oh, this is a healthy guy. But no, if you really look outside of just the weight factor, extremely unhealthy, clinical, horrible depression, anxiety, aches and pains and ailments and IBS and stomach issues and all of these things. So, but yeah, you know, some people genetics or whatever, or maybe they start later in life, and they just naturally look thinner. But yeah, like you said, it doesn't mean they're healthier.
Right.
I take 1 little drop of iodine a day; it won't hurt me. You can damage your thyroid if you take iodine with undiagnosed deficiency. Please don't take it just because other people do. Good point. Yeah. Thank you for saying that, Mike. Get tested. Just test yourself. It's the best thing you can do. If you're starting carnivore, you're doing carnivore, you can get your tests online. They're pretty inexpensive. I was always thin when I was younger. It has to do with metabolic health. Andy said people who are skinny but TOFI are scary because body fat is a warning sign of poor metabolic health. So if you don't have the warning sign, yeah, some people just go on and on. They're like, oh, I'm not overweight, but they have all these other issues and ailments, and then they don't put it all together. So, all right, should we wrap her up? Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. Thank you for Carnivore Nation, $10 super chat, new member, Squeaky Toys. We really appreciate it. Love the names too. Next week, we're going to do this again every Sunday, movie theater theme. We can talk about carnivore, whatever, but mostly movies. And next week, we're going to have my friend Matt Sampin on, who is a movie theater aficionado. He's worked at every movie theater. He's seen every movie. The guy knows his stuff. Maybe we'll do like a whole trivia thing. We had a couple trivia questions. We didn't really get into them. We'll maybe do some trivia or something like that. Yeah. Anything else?
No, this has been a lot of fun. I really appreciate all you guys saying that. I have a lot to lose yet, but I'm feeling better. I've got a lot more energy. And I can say just from looking at the video, I'm not this cute. So, but thank you everybody for making me feel happy. I love you guys too. You guys are all so sweet.
Yes, thank you guys so much. Have a great day. Enjoy the Super Bowl if you're going to watch it. Otherwise, watch a good movie and be prepared next week. Be prepared. Tell us what new movie you watched in the meantime. Everyone here is going to watch a new movie in the meantime, right? Yeah. In the next week. What are we going to watch? We got to go see. We got to preview something for the theater.
What is playing now? What would be a good movie before we log off?
Argyle.
Well, I do want to see
Mean Girls. We're playing Mean Girls and Argyle. It's a little bit of a slow time right now for movies, but we'll find one. So
yeah.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much.
Somebody said Happy Valentine's Day. So yes, that's coming up.
Oh, geez. I thought they meant today. Huh?
I don't really believe in Valentine's Day, but
you're gonna believe in it.
No, but Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. You stay healthy,
Wednesday.
Stay strong. Have a great week. Hopefully, it's gonna be nice and warm by wherever you guys live. So.
Yep.
Yeah, I this is fun for me. I enjoy it. I get out of work for a little bit and I get to talk to all you, so I appreciate this.
Do the ending thing. Beep.
I don't want to say goodbye yet.
All right, bye everyone.
Bye.
Thank you.